What the fuck did we just watch, bro?
I can't even be bothered half the time anymore, bro. I really can't.
This was the most, like, most of the show was either fine or it was boring, but the last couple matches was so. What the fuck, dude? Oh, my head, bro. So, we just watched the July 24th episode of WCW Nitro. Oh my god, dude. My brains are scrambled after the past couple matches we've watched.
uh,
So, what was, it started with the promo segment. Oh god, who was cutting the promo?
Dude, don't ask me. Just don't ask me, cause I don't fucking remember.
Well, because I know there was a Lance Storm promo, but I don't think that was the first
Yeah,
promo.
it was Lance Storm. No, it was Lance Storm.
Are you sure?
It was. Yep.
So, fucking. Okay, so, from what I can recall, Lance Storm came out, and he's the Canadian US champion, and so he came out and was saying how he's proud to be Canadian. It was like, oh, can we all, like, rise for my national anthem? And they did the Canadian national anthem, and then Lance Storm was talking about how, like, the American crowd needs to respect the Canadians, and how, like, uh, Canadians actually respect their heroes unlike Americans, and all this shit. And then started talking about how he's going to be defending his title at New Blood Rising, which was the next pay-per-view coming up at this time. I don't even remember. We watched that show and reviewed it, but I don't even remember who the fuck Lance Storm faced. I don't remember if it was fucking. No, it couldn't have been because he's in the tag team match. I was gonna say fucking General Erection, but he's in the tag title match, so I don't know who the fuck it was. But nevertheless, Lance Storm starts talking about, oh, well, right now I want to have a warm up match. So he issues an open challenge, right? Fucking Big Vito comes out. Apparently, he's the hardcore champion. Honestly, I don't know what changes hands more over the different periods that we're watching this. The world title or the world title or the hardcore title. Honestly. But, so, Big Vito comes out and they decide to make the match title for title, so both titles are on the line. And they fucking have this match. And, as if it's already cursed enough that we're watching WCW, Austin decides, hey, I'm gonna look into Vito's career. And he finds out that Vito was in a fucking horror movie. If you want to tell him about that.
What? Sorry. I'm still. My brain.
I
What did you
said,
say?
I said, do you want to tell him about that Vito horror movie that you found?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's called The Church. It looks fucking terrible,
Yeah,
bro.
the trailer looks awful.
Um. Oh god, it has Clint Howard and Bill Moseley in it, along with Vito.
Yeah, it's from 2018 as well.
Well, I don't know if it's from 2018 because some people say it's from 2014,
Oh my
and some people say
god.
it's from 2018, and then some people say it's from 2019. So, and then fucking IMDb listed it as 2019. So I don't fucking know, bro. I really don't.
I don't fucking know, man. But in this match, at least, it was a pretty decent match. But fucking Vito ended up losing the Lance Storm. So now Lance Storm is the Canadian slash US champion and the hardcore champion. So now he's fucking champion. I'm trying to remember, was there another promo segment, or was that when we got David Flair?
So we got David Flair.
So the next thing we know, David Flair and Mrs. Hancock come out, and Austin starts simping, and they get in the ring, and then we see Billy Kidman on commentary, and it turns out, so we may have mentioned this before in one of the reviews, but somehow we ended up randomly watching the episode where Billy Kidman revealed the Tori Wilson sex tape. So nice to know we kind of randomly stumbled upon this when we weren't planning on it. So Billy Kidman starts talking about this tape that he has, and the commentators are like interested, and he starts saying it's like a sex tape of him and Tori Wilson, and so then fucking for some reason David Flair and Mrs. Hancock were having a mixed tag team match against Lieutenant Loco and Major Guns. I don't fucking know why. This match was god awful. There was so many botches. Major Guns does not know how to fucking wrestle at all. David Flair, I'm sure, I'm sure he was doing it to be generous, but the man really did not need to be selling for Major Guns like that. Like, I know David Flair was probably just trying to be nice, but like, man was like taking like the weakest like punch and acting like he was fucking dying. Like he did not need to be
Yeah,
selling it like that. But so um basically they end up losing the match because David Flair and Mrs. Hancock are having miscommunications, and Mrs. Hancock gets rolled up by Major Guns 1, 2, 3, and then she doesn't let it go because she doesn't know how to wrestle. So then Miss Hancock gets all mad that they lost, and so David Flair grabs Major Guns, and Mrs. Hancock decides like I don't know why she thought this was a good idea or how this was gonna like hurt Major Guns, but she ripped Major Guns' top off just because. And then Lieutenant Loco broke that up, and they all started fighting. And that was pretty much it, because fucking David, like, all that happened was Miss Hancock ran away from Major Guns, and then David Flair just got his ass beat by Lieutenant Loco, and then that was pretty much that.
yeah, pretty much.
Like, and then we got like this promo segment where like it was with Shane Douglas and Tori Wilson, and they're asking Tori Wilson about the sex tape, and she really didn't know what to say, and Shane Douglas was acting jealous, and that was pretty much it. Oh God, what was after that? I'm trying to remember. Oh Jesus. I know we did see uh, a couple promos with Ernest the Cat Miller because he was booking it at this time, I guess. He kept saying he was the boss.
You know,
And
honestly, Devon,
hmm,
I think I'm gonna be honest with you with these WCW reviews. I don't think we could ever like. It's really fucking hard to even do this in chronological order. There's no way we could do this in chronological order, bro. Like, I know you're trying, but there's just no. It's every time, bro. Every time, it's just so fucking hard.
well, that's why I keep saying at this time because we don't watch these in order. So when we do like have two episodes that are back to back, like two reviews, like each review is so drastically different. Like like I'm sure whenever we do a review for the week after this, it'll probably be like a year down the road or something, and we'll not even remember what happened this episode. So,
I just don't even know anymore, bro. I don't even know. Oh,
so I forgot there was one other promo segment at the beginning. It was with Booker T, and he came out and he was cutting this promo about how he's going to defend the title at New Blood Rising, and for some reason he called out Jeff Jarrett, and Goldberg came out, and that was about it for that. And then like everybody's wanting the title shot, and then fucking then Ernest the Cat Miller announces that they're gonna have the fans vote for who's going to challenge Booker T for the title this night. And oh boy, the options. So the fans could vote between. There was 10 options. There was Jeff Jarrett, Sting, Goldberg, fucking Buff Bagwell, Mike Awesome, Positively Canyon was on there for some ungodly reason. Vampiro, God, and there's like
don't
three other
don't for,
people.
don't forget Stevie Ray,
Yeah, Stevie Ray was on there for some reason, and then there was two other ones.
Billy Kidman. Did you say Billy
Yeah,
Kidman?
yeah, Billy
Um,
Kidman, and one more. Was it fucking
a franchise.
yeah,
Shane
franchise?
Douglas.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that Billy Kidman was like the least voted person. Like one person voted for Billy Kidman. More people voted for Positively Canyon than they did Billy Kidman.
More people voted for fucking Stevie Ray than they did both fucking Billy Kidman and Positively Canyon combined for some
Mm-hmm.
fucking reason, bro.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what match was after that fucking David Flair Miss Hancock match. God. Fucking. Oh, yeah. I wanted to say, we got this weird ass. I don't know the context of this, but we got this weird ass, like, Sting promo. I don't know what in the holy mother of fuck Steve was. Yeah, Steve. Fucking Sting.
Steve Borden.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck he was wearing, bro. He was wearing like this trench coat and like a fucking burglar mask. And they were making it a point saying that like Sting didn't want to take the mask off. I don't know why. I'm kind of trying to piece this together because we just watched the May 29th episode before this, and they were talking about how at Great American Bash it was going to be Sting and Vampiro in a Human Torch match. I really hope Sting wearing this mask doesn't have anything to do with that. Because this is only like a month or two after that happened. But nevertheless, I couldn't even hear what the fuck Sting was saying anyway, so I don't even know what he was saying in this promo. Fucking Jesus Christ, man. These shows are so weird, bro. They really are, dude.
Oh no! Did you forget to talk about the Macho Man commercial?
The thing is, I don't even think Macho Man was on WCW anymore at this time.
I don't think so either.
But they showed this like random ass fucking thing where Macho Man was in like an insane asylum in a straitjacket, and it turned out it was a Slim Jim commercial. I, I don't understand why this was there. It's so
I,
random.
I don't know.
And then he fucking like broke out of the straitjacket and started eating like Slim Jims, and he was like, "Ooh yeah, fucking Slim Jims, ooh yeah, whatever the fuck."
Snapping into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, snap into the Slim Jim, ooh yeah. What the fuck was even Macho Man's thing with Slim Jims anyway? I wonder if he actually liked them.
I don't know. I know he got paid a lot of money to do the commercials. So you know they actually have a Macho Man like Slim Jim now.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's called like the Savage Slim Jim. It's like 2 times bigger than the monster size.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll have to fucking let me find a picture of one and send it to you.
To snap into a Slim Jim.
Like they're fucking huge. I saw one at a gas station once. These things are well. It just shows the package. It looks like. No, I don't. I want to go to images. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna send you 2 pictures. I'm gonna send you what the package looks like, and then I'm gonna send you how big it is. That sounded sus. That sounded sus. That sounded.
Jesus Christ!
I
Like
didn't
I
mean.
just,
I didn't mean. I
just
didn't mean
imagine,
for it to sound like that.
just imagine somebody just hearing that out of context. They just walk in and
I
all they hear is you saying, I'm gonna send you how big it is."
oh,
Jesus Christ.
I did not mean to say it like that, bro. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Jeez.
I don't know if you sent it, but I haven't got anything yet. Oh,
I
no, I
just
just
sent
got it.
the first picture. That's the first picture.
Do you want me to put that in the thumbnail?
Sure. That's like how fucking. That's just what it looks like, bro. That's just what it looks like.
Austin said, I'm gonna send you how big it is.
Nah, bro.
Is that a picture of, like, you having one?
No. That's just a
So,
random picture I found off the internet. I wish I had one right now. I love Slim Jims. But
it
I
says
don't.
on the package, ooh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim. It's savage. Unleash your savage.
Oh, yeah, that's an actual thing, though. I think, like, I'm pretty sure, like, it's officially, like, I don't know who signed off to get that officially licensed. I don't know.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I think it might have been one of his kids that signed off to get that officially licensed.
Do you think he sent his kids how big it is?
Shut up, bro. Just.
Anyway, so getting back to the show, I believe the next segment was fucking Jeff Jarrett, like, mad about the whole fans having to vote thing, so he fucking started yelling at Ernest the Cat Miller. He was like, I don't care what the fans say, I want a title shot tonight. And he started, like, hitting stuff off of Ernest the Cat Miller's desk with his guitar, and he started threatening Ernest the Cat Miller. And Ernest the Cat Miller was like, fine, I'll give you a title match tonight. And he was like, but it's gonna be a tag team title shot. And fucking, so then we see Jeff Jarrett come out, and apparently he's supposed to be facing Chronic for the tag team titles, but Jeff Jarrett takes out Brian Adams backstage with a guitar. So we pretty much just got Jeff Jarrett versus Brian Clark. And
Yeah.
in this match, Brian Clark, at least like the gear he was wearing, he looked like a fucking Dollar Tree Matt Hardy. And fucking the match really wasn't that long. Fucking Brian Clark dominated most of it, and fucking when Jeff Jarrett started getting in control, fucking Brian Adams came out with like a broken guitar, and he was trying to hit Jeff Jarrett with it, and the referee like stopped him. This poor ref, man. This poor ref. So, what ended up happening was Chronic just stopped giving a fuck about this match because there was no finish. So they both fucking started like beating up Jeff Jarrett, and then Brian Adams got the idea. He was like, "Oh, let's choke slam him through the announce table." So they go to do that. They both grab Jeff Jarrett and they're about to choke slam him. And for some reason, I don't understand why he would do this to himself. The referee jumps on Jeff Jarrett's back to try to save Jeff Jarrett. I, I don't know what possessed him to do that, but one thing's for sure, it pissed off Chronic, because when I tell you they fucking folded this man, oh my god. So Chronic puts down Jeff Jarrett, right? And they fucking snatch up this ref, bro. They snatch
Yeah.
him the fuck up. And next thing I know, they fucking double choke slam this man through the announce table, and they put him straight down on his fucking neck, dude. The the ref got absolutely folded on his neck through the table, and it was so bad that they immediately cut from it, and there was no finish to the match. There was no finish. They just cut away from it, and that was it. The poor referee got folded. He was gone for the rest of the night too. That referee did not come back. And that was pretty much it for that fucking segment. Oh god. And then we go back to Ernest the Cat Miller. I remember this part, and like randomly Vampiro shows up, and he starts talking about, oh, like, I don't even remember what he was saying. Something about like wanting the world title and whatever, and then like asking Ernest the Cat Miller to make him the ref for the world title match or something, and then fucking I don't. Then Ernest Cat Miller said he was gonna be ref or something, and then next thing we know, the fucking Dark Carnival comes out,
Hmm.
and it consists of ICP, Vampiro, and the Kiss Demon, and they all get in the ring, and then the Great Muta comes out. So apparently we're getting Vampiro versus the Great Muta, and for some reason Ernest the Cat Miller was the referee, because Vampiro said, "Oh, I want you to be the referee because I can trust you to have my back and whatever." Right? So the match starts and they go to like lock up with each other, and then for no reason ICP gets in the ring and they just start beating up Ernest the Cat Miller, and then Vampiro starts beating up Ernest the Cat Miller, and then they tease him and the Great Muta going at it again, and then all four of them start jumping Ernest the Cat Miller. And then the Kiss Demon gets in the ring,
Yeah.
and all five of them start jumping Ernest the Cat Miller.
Hmm.
Man, go fucking jumped. And now, this was when the Great Muta joined the Dark Carnival, as we discussed
Yeah.
in other reviews. So this is the episode apparently where he joined the Dark Carnival. So now the Dark Carnival faction is Vampiro, ICP, the Kiss Demon, and the Great Muta. What a fucking faction. That's the real bloodline right there. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh god, I'm trying to remember what happened next. There was so much just randomness. Oh god, okay, what happened after this? I'm blanking.
I
Was it the Buff Bagwell shit?
I think so. Oh God. I already forgot about that. Now it's back in my head.
So this shit was
Oh.
stupid, bro. It was so random. So Buff Bagwell comes out, and the next thing we know, right after him, fucking Judy Bagwell. If you don't know who that is, that's Buff Bagwell's mother. and she's wearing a neck brace. I'm gonna assume this was before the Judy Bagwell on a pole
I
match,
think so. I think so.
which we watched, and so Buff Bagwell and his mom come out and get in the ring, and Buff Bagwell starts doing these like cringy ass dances. And he keeps flexing his muscles, and then fucking apparently it's supposed to be Buff Bagwell versus Positively Canyon, and they fucking loop Canyon's music twice, and he doesn't come out. And apparently this match is supposed to be to resolve their issues or whatever.
And then Puff Bagwell starts doing this promo and basically saying he's gonna kick Positively King's ass pretty much and tell him to get out of here. And then he gives he gives the microphone to Judy Bagwell,
Mm-hmm.
and she says shit on live television, and then calls Positively Canyon the son of a bitch, and told his ass to get out here. And then this will forever be burned in my brain.
Yeah,
She starts doing the Buff Bagwell cringy dances, and then she flexes her arms. That's all I could see in my brain. I blocked that out, and then we had to mention it again. Man, oh God, it's in my head now.
yeah, Buff Bagwell he was like, Mom, I don't think you can say that. And she was like, I can say whatever the hell I want. And
You
then
don't get the her just fucking dancing and doing the Buff Bagwell shit is like looping in my head. It's so cursed, bro. Oh, I don't like
so
it.
so then they just keep standing there and Canyon doesn't come out. And then we cut to like this camera angle where the cameraman puts his camera down and gets in the ring, and fucking the cameraman starts beating up Buff Bagwell, and he takes off his fucking wig and his fucking Positively Canyon with like this latex like face mask on. It looks so cursed. And then he just gets his ass beat by Buff Bagwell, and then he beats up Buff Bagwell, and then Judy Bagwell like very just awkwardly runs up the ramp while Positively Canyon chases her, and they go like through the backstage, through like the curtain to the backstage, and she keeps on like, get away from me, and she's like not even trying to run away from him, and fucking Mark Madden's like, oh, she can't even get away from him, and fucking, oh god. Bro, fucking, then fucking he's chasing her through like the backstage area, and I like how there was just like a whole shitload of people back there too, and like Canyon chases her to this car, and he just throws Judy Bagwell in the trunk and drives off. And then they go to commercial and come back, and then fucking Buff Bagwell gets in this car, and motherfucker pulls a Fast and Furious and fucking Tokyo drifts out the parking lot. Oh god, it was so stupid. And then even more stupid is we got the what we were supposed to get, the WCW title match, because why not? We'll do it like midway through the show apparently. Austin, are you okay?
I'm okay. Yeah.
Fucking so this is supposed to be Booker T defending against whoever won the fan vote, and apparently we find out that Sting won the vote, I think. And so Booker T is out there, and then Sting goes to come out, and he's still wearing. Actually, before that, I don't understand what happened, but fucking, we're like waiting for Sting to come out, and it's like dark, right? And they show the stage, and somebody like comes running out of the curtain. They like run to the stage, and then they hurry up and run back, and me and Austin are like, what the fuck? and then Sting's music stops, and then it starts again, and then Sting comes
Yeah.
out, and then as Sting's coming out, Goldberg fucking comes out and he fucking clotheslines him and then he hits him with a super kick, and apparently that super kick was so destructive now the EMTs had to come out and put Sting on a stretcher from a super kick. And so Sting gets wheeled out on a stretcher and Booker T just fucking goes with Sting, and Goldberg like starts calling him out. Like, I don't understand. And McMahon was, I should mention, Goldberg was once again rocking that Harley Davidson merch, because he always does. And, so we didn't end up getting this world title match. So, oh god, what was after that? Oh yeah, I think it was was it the Shane Douglas match?
Yes.
So, oh god, who did Shane Douglas face? Was it fucking Mike Awesome?
Yes.
So Shane Douglas comes out with Tori Wilson, right? And we find out that it isn't just Mike Awesome. No, you know, didn't know what Mike Awesome was going to be, but we found out. We got the fat chick thriller, Mike Awesome, and he came out with these two fat ass women. And so, as far as the match goes, it was fine, other than the fact that fucking Mike Awesome did this weird ass move where he like ran up to the top rope, looked like he was gonna do Whisper in the Wind. He just kind of like flew backwards and hit fucking Shane Douglas. And then he went for Mike Awesome went for a springboard to the outside, and he slipped on the top rope and fell back into the ring, and then he had to go for the springboard again. I don't know what it is, man, with Mike Awesome in these top ropes, but he always slips. And so, oh god, I was like half paying attention to this match. Who won?
Mike Awesome.
So, Mike Awesome won, and then fucking God, I'm trying to remember. Do you remember what happened like after he won? Because I remember him awesome bombing somebody.
Yeah, he awesome bombed Lance Storm.
Yeah, because Lance Storm randomly just came out, and then he ate a fucking awesome bomb. And oh, so because Shane Douglas like ran after Billy Kidman, and then like this, I don't understand the editing on this, because he ran after Billy Kidman, and then we come back from commercial, and Shane Douglas is like whooping this production dude's ass, and fucking then it cuts to the ring, it cuts to Billy Kidman coming out to the ring, and I'm just like, wasn't he just after Billy Kidman? Like, and then Billy Kidman's like, "Oh, you're stupid for going back there and beating up the production crew. I'm right here." And I'm like, how did Shane Douglas not even see you come back out? Like, I was so lost at the editing on this. Like, fucking Billy Kidman starts talking about how he has like how Shane Douglas is trying to destroy the copy of the sex tape, but he was like, bad news for you, Shane. I made extra copies, and he's like, I made an extra copy for everybody here tonight, and for all the boys in the back. And I shit you not.
First we see the Young Dragons.
The fucking Jamie Son.
And then fucking Queenie.
This is where it started getting like, what the fuck, confusing.
We see Queenie on screen, and he's fucking. At first, he's not noticing anything. He's like ironing something, and then he puts down the iron, and then he like puts his hand on his chin, and he's like making like a fucking kissy face, and he's looking like intently. It looked like he was starring in the Zoolander movie, bro. And he was looking so intently. And they just dreaded on that for so long. Like, I swear a solid like 20 seconds was on Kiwi. It was
Hmm.
so uncomfortable.
Yep. Kiwi had that. He had that look of like, he, like he gave that look of like Austin just sent him how big it is. Like that's the look he had.
Nah, bro, fuck off. Nah, fuck off.
Oh my god. Oh. So after that what the fuck moment, all of a sudden, just completely out of nowhere, we see all the commentators sitting at this new table, and then it cuts to the ring, right? And there's a fucking Hell in the Cell dropping, and me and
Oh wait,
Austin are
wait, wait,
like,
wait.
huh?
You forgot. Mark Madden put like a fucking rose in his fucking mouth for no
Yeah,
fucking
I
reason.
don't know what that was about, man. Oh,
He,
and
he
during
fuck.
the Tori Wilson match, I was like half paying attention, but from what Austin said, the commentators were making nothing but like sexual innuendos and references the entire time.
Yes.
What were they saying?
Just kept talking about like Billy Kidman. Every time that they would hit a move, would be like, "Oh, I had her in that position. Oh, I had her in that position. In that position." Like,
Oh my god.
oh man.
Fucking, there was one part where like they showed Mark Madden, and just out of nowhere, Austin was like, he was like, he was like, Mark Madden's shirt stinks because he always wears that same shirt.
Because it's always the same shirt, bro. It probably smells like fucking like fucking cheese and shit. Like I don't know. It probably
Cheese and
smells
sweat.
bad.
Probably some stinking like some fucking Funyuns.
Oh.
But so after that, we see a Hell in a Cell start dropping, and me and Austin are like, uh,
Oh,
what?
I should have thought of that. Oh man, Mark Madden kind of reminds me. Kind of looks like a fucking Wings of Redemption with hair.
Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
So I'm 400 pounds. I can barely walk.
He said, I'm a 400-pound man that can barely walk. He said, my life sucks. He said, I really wanted to get that surgery, man. He said, look here, listen. Mark Madden he do be screaming like that on commentary. He said, Tony Schiavone, stop giving advice about things you know nothing about. He said,
Oh
appearing
Jesus.
offline does not fucking stop it. Anyway, so we see this Hell in a Cell start dropping from the ceiling, and me and Austin are like, what the fuck? Like, excuse me, we're getting a Hell in a Cell? Like, this was not
Wings of
announced.
Madden.
And out of nowhere, the commentators are just like, oh, by the way, just cause we're about to have a fatal four-way tag team Hell in a Cell match, and it's gonna be the Filthy Animals versus the Misfits in Action versus the Perfect Event versus Sean O'Hare and Mark Jindrak. And we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And it,
fucking Tony Schiavone didn't mention anything. The other guy didn't mention anything. Wings of Madden didn't fucking mention anything.
Wings of Madden.
Like,
It's a big up Liquid Madden.
oh Jesus.
But anyway, so not only was this a fatal four-way tag team match, this match was whichever team lost would not be in the fatal four-way tag team match for the tag titles at New Blood Rising. And this honestly was about the dumbest rules I've ever seen for a wrestling match. Even dumber than the triple cage, in my opinion, because it starts with all 4 teams in the ring, right? And you're thinking it's just going to be a fatal 4-way tag team Hell in a Cell. Whoever gets the pin wins. That's what you would assume, right? No, not WCW. So, from what I gathered, they said escaping the cage is the way to survive. And at first, we were confused. We're like, what do you mean? It's not a steel cage. It's a Hell in a Cell. You can't just escape. But on the contrary, so we see Mark Jindrak and Sean O'Hare get thrown out the door by the Filthy Animals, and they're like, oh, Mark Jindrak and Sean O'Hare are out. So in my mind, I was thinking, oh, well, they're eliminated then, right? No. That's what you're supposed to do to stay in the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. You have to. The goal of this match was to get out of the cell door. If you go outside the cell door, you automatically keep your place in the tag team title match. So you win by leaving the cage. So I question, why were all these guys fighting each other? Why didn't they all just try to get out the door immediately? But it gets even dumber, because they get out first, right? And then the perfect event of Chuck Palumbo and Sean Stasiak, they get out next. I'm sorry, escape is what they were saying. So it's down to the Misfits in Action and the Filthy Animals. For some reason, Tigress was on commentary. I don't know why. And Mark Madden kept calling Juventud Guerrera Hoovy. I don't know why. And so, fucking, the door was padlocked for some reason. I think Conan's the one that padlocked it. I don't remember. But nevertheless, fucking, so it was down to the Misfits in Action versus Filthy Animals. And whichever team got out of the door next would have the last spot in the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team title match at New Blood Rising. So, they're fighting, and out of nowhere, we go to the top of the cage, and for some reason, Disco Inferno is on the top of the cage, and he fucking busts a hole in the top of the cage, and then fucking Rey Mysterio and Juventud Guerrera set up a ladder in the ring, and they try to like climb out, but then they get stopped by the Misfits in Action. So then General Rection climbs out the top of the cage and starts fighting Disco Inferno, and then Rey Mysterio gets up there, and they're all three fighting, and then Rey Mysterio almost gets thrown off the fucking cage.
And meanwhile, all that's happening, fucking Juventud Guerrera in fucking Corporal Cajun. Is that,
Mm-hmm.
and Corporal Cajun, they both get out of the cage with a dive, and fucking Conan and Juventud Guerrera setting up a table on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But then fucking Corporal Cajun tries to put Juventud Guerrera on the table. And fucking General Rection almost dives on him.
Yeah, and by the way, the commentators said that was like a 40-foot drop as well. And the commentators tried saying this bullshit about how like the table was gonna cushion the fall, and it was like the thinnest fucking table. I was like, bro, there's no way, especially for a 40-foot drop, that's gonna cushion anybody's fall. But thankfully, nobody got thrown off the top of the cage, and fucking they all fought like back into the fucking ring, and fucking so it's down to Rey Mysterio and General Rection, and they're fucking fighting, and then General Erection picks Rey Mysterio up and delivers this nasty fucking power bomb, and Rey's like laid out, and then uh, General Erection like rolls out of the ring, and he like dives out of the cage door, and the bell rings, and the Misfits in Action are the last team that qualify for that match, and the Filthy Animals are not in the match. By far the dumbest cage match I've ever seen.
And at this point, we had like 5 minutes left, right? So you think
Yeah,
it'd be like one segment,
we thought this
but
was the main
no,
event, bro. We thought it was the main event, but no.
but but no, because we come back from commercial and we see
Hold up.
that
Sorry, my controller died. But what were you saying?
basically we see Stevie Ray get thrown through glass by
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg,
Just fucking out of
and then he's
nowhere.
getting stretchered, and then he's getting stretchered with
Yeah,
Booker
like
T.
2 seconds later, cause editing.
And at this point, we have like 4 minutes
Like honestly,
left,
Austin, I
and
wonder. Like this shit was live at the time. It wasn't taped, right? It was
yeah,
live. How the
he's
fuck?
live.
Like how the fuck would like if you were led to believe that's a live show? How would it go from like Stevie Ray gets thrown through glass, 2 seconds later being put on a stretcher?
I don't
Like
know,
what the fuck,
man. I don't
dude?
know. And then we have like 4 minutes left, and apparently Goldberg's coming out for a match,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be Goldberg versus Booker T with like 3 minutes left. This is the shortest match I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Fucking Goldberg like destroying Booker T, and then fucking Booker T's destroying Goldberg, and then finally Jeff Jarrett comes out, hits Goldberg with a fucking the chair.
Yeah.
And then Goldberg no sells it and fucking spears Jeff Jarrett. Then the cat sits there and kicks Goldberg, and then Goldberg fucking hits the cat, and then and then fucking Booker T hits a kick and then a bookend, and it's over. Booker T beats Goldberg, but then Goldberg sits there and hits a fucking jackhammer, basically no sells it. And then at the end of the fucking show, we have 10 seconds left. Goldberg starts fucking destroying a whole security team. Like, I don't.
And then it just cuts to black,
Ah.
and that was it.
Oh my god. I
It
don't know
was.
which one was which ending was worse. Like this, or the fucking ending when we just saw Beetlejuice get put in the Steiner recliner. Like,
That one. I also like the ending where fucking the Natural Born Thrillers like tied Goldberg to the fucking party bus and it just went black. Oof. Oh my god, what a fucking show. I don't think it was as bad as the May 29th one, but it was still pretty fucking bad. And we
I
still got
know.
so much more WCW to watch, Austin.
Oh god.
We were thinking
Oh,
our next pay-per-view that we're gonna do is gonna be Great American Bash, so look out for that coming soon. But
Jesus, bro.
oh, WCW 2000 is so fucked, dude. It really is. Like,
Uh,
I don't know how they got away with a lot of the shit they did on this show.
I
I
don't know.
I don't know how they were allowed to do some of the things they did. I I just don't know.
I don't know.
Well, that was your review for the July 24th episode of WCW Nitro. We will be back with more WCW. Um, Hopefully, we'll get the Great American Bash soon. Um, the next pay-per-view coming up that was after this show was New Blood Rising, but we already covered that. Um, so go check out that review if you're interested in what we thought of New Blood Rising, because it was pretty fucking bad. Um, and yeah, we'll be back next time for more WCW. So don't forget to snap into a Slim Jim and as Austin would say, make sure whoever you are, wherever you are, make sure to send them how big it is.
Shut the fuck up, you dick. You dick. Bro.